Greetings. My name is Kaleb Whitfield. I'm a second-year Master's of Public Health student at Morehouse School of Medicine in Atlanta, Georgia. And this year, I'll be discussing the predictors of adverse pregnancy outcomes among women aged 15 to 45 years in the United States, courtesy of the National Survey for Family Growth 2017 through 2019 survey. So I'll begin by saying that in the United States, approximately 1 out of 5 pregnancies have adverse pregnancy outcomes. For the purpose of this presentation, adverse pregnancy outcomes will be defined as, but aren't limited to, having a miscarriage, a stillbirth pregnancy, or an ectopic pregnancy, which ultimately poses a significant public health problem and issue in the United States for women of reproductive age. I think that it's important to understand that for decades, we've seen new policies being implemented, multiple interventions being created and also implemented, which are put into the community. And then also further research being conducted, which has shown to be significant to the decrease of maternal mortality and morbidity. However, women of color have not seen these same trends and still face challenges. In fact, Black women are 2 to 3 times more likely to die from a pregnancy-related cause compared to white women. Which brings me to the objective of the study, which was to assess the factors associated with adverse pregnancy outcomes among women of reproductive age in the US or the United States. As it relates to the data collection, all of the data obtained and received for the study was obtained through the 2017 through 2019 National Survey of Family Growth, which ultimately gathers information on family life, as you can see here, also marriage and divorce, pregnancy, infertility, use of contraception, and then furthermore, men and women's health. A bivariate analysis, along with a multivariable logistic regression analysis, were both used to analyze the correlation between adverse pregnancy outcomes and socio-demographic factors. So of this, it was noted that 9,076 women responded to the survey. Of that number, 1,883, being 20.8%, self-reported of having an adverse pregnancy outcome, i.e. a miscarriage, a stillbirth pregnancy, or again, an ectopic pregnancy. So majority of this 20.8% identified as being between the ages of 15 through 19, being of a multiple race. Identifying as being between the federal poverty level of 100 through 199%. Some indicated of having some college education, and as it relates to health insurance and health coverage, having Medicare, military health care, or any other governmental health care. And then also indicated that they were not living with the father during their pregnancy and then after their baby was born. So after conducting a multivariable logistic regression analysis and adjusting for the socio-demographics, the factors identified that showed to increase the likelihood of having an adverse pregnancy outcome were the following: being in a low level of income, and then also being a mother who did not unfortunately live with the father during their pregnancy and then after the baby was born. So I hereby conclude that based on these results, income and cohabitant marital status were suggestive of being socio-demographic factors that were associated with having higher odds of experiencing an adverse pregnancy outcome. As it relates to any limitations, there weren't many for the study. However, the main limitation was that the National Survey of Family Growth heavily relies on self-reported information, which may introduce some recall bias on reporting and when it comes to retrieving and gathering accurate data. I lastly want to acknowledge and give thanks to the Morehouse School of Medicine Masters of Public Health Program, faculty and staff on their guidance and their assistance throughout this process and the study. Thank you for this opportunity.